officially touched ground in Moscow. What do you think? Looks cold. It's minus 25 out. And lots of snow. So just getting the airplane up to the spot where we can disembark. And then we're going to find all our luggage and find Timur. And then he'll be able to direct us to our ride. Are officially on Russian soil for the first time, family food trip. Everybody excited? They're not even paying attention. Anyway, we're here. All right, through customs, lickety split, no problem. They give you this little piece of paper when you go through customs. Apparently, do not lose that paper, I've been told. It's extremely important. It's a very flimsy, just a little piece of paper with some numbers on it. But it's your migration card, I think they call it. I'm not exactly sure, but it is very, very important. So next step is finding baggage. I think I see our baggage over this way, guys. Right here. I see our baggage. It looks like our baggage is way down there, which is always a challenge to find. And anyway, I see a whole whack of bags back here. Right there. So we'll get those off the belt first. Now, it would have been cool. We were joking. It would have been really nice if President Putin met us here at the airport, but I don't see him. So I guess it didn't happen. Not that I was really counting on it, but it would have been cool, wouldn't it? We found him. This is Timur. How are you? He's the guy that's been helping us for the last, what has it been, 2 years? Almost, a year and a half. So anyway, we'll interview him some more sometime. This is an associate of his that's helping us today as well. Waiting for our ride to show up. We got a bunch of our luggage out here. Got a new SIM card as well, and then our bus is coming. The big white one there. On its way. It's supposed to fit us all and our luggage. We'll see how well that works. And then like I said, it's like 6-7 hours or so to Nizhny Novgorod. Grab some food and some water on the way, hopefully. And yeah, I think we'll all be ready for a bed by that point. There he comes. Next part of the journey. Stricter with their seatbelt rules in this country, apparently. They actually need to wear them, and at least if they're available. And car seats. Beautiful, nice sunny day. Good view out the windows here, looks like. So I think I explained a little bit about Timur, but he's an immigration lawyer here that is actively working on bringing Western immigrants in. That is his whole, well, he does other stuff too, but that is his goal, is to bring Westerners in. And so he's actively working at that in different levels of government and has various contacts, which really helped us. So we're super thankful for Timur and all he's done. If you're interested in coming as well, then reach out to us. And maybe I'll put Timur's stuff in the links here as well if you remember. But otherwise you can reach out to us and I can soon forward that to you. He's definitely interested in bringing more people over. So he actually had a family thing. He was initially going to come with us on this trip, but he wasn't able to due to his last minute family thing. So his assistant has come with us, Mila, and will bring us to Nizhny Novgorod. And then hopefully we can get settled in there. I think we're due for a good sleep. Definitely a change of scenery from Tbilisi though. Lots of snow. It's a little bit more like home. Yeah, it looks a lot like home, eh? Mm-hmm. Or where we used to be in Saskatchewan. Alright. Pretty neat little van. Got 3 seats in the front, 3 in the middle, 3 here, and then the kids are on another bench back here, and then there's a big storage area where we got all our luggage in the back of that yet. Pretty practical. So yeah, very much looks like a winter day at home. We'll stop somewhere so we can find something to drink. We're all very thirsty. Of course, the drinking then comes bathroom breaks as well. We'll figure that out as we go. And a little bit of food wouldn't hurt, I think. Cruising through Moscow here. Past a beautiful cathedral. I got my camera out too late for that one. As I always say a lot, so far I find it a lot more prosperous and clean looking than Georgia. Sorry for all my Georgian fans, but maybe it's the snow covering up the dirt, I don't know, but it does look more prosperous. Everything looks more clean and updated. I don't see too many run-down buildings. Even the apartments, for the most part, are in better shape. These are definitely a bit older, but they're still look like they're well kept for the most part. There's not a lot of blown windows or nothing. So, yeah. And yeah, vehicle-wise, this is just one day, I guess. I'm just giving you first impression. Looks like vehicles are in pretty nice shape. Traffic seems to be driving normal. Hold on. What are we doing? Could not ask for a nicer day for a drive. Beautiful sunshine. Windows are getting a little dirty, which happens in wintertime. Slushy roads. But it is just absolutely beautiful out there. Blue sky, sunshine. Reminds me of Saskatchewan. And we love Saskatchewan. We love Alberta for that too. So much blue sky. It's very, very nice. Typically, I'm told here in Russia, or at least in Moscow area, and also in Nizhny, it is fairly cloudy all winter long. And so this is a rare day of sunshine that we showed up, which is nice. Always gives you a better first impression when it's sunny than when it's cloudy. It makes a huge difference. And that is one thing that we have discussed, Anneesa and I, that we may be concerned about in the future. We might not like and might not enjoy in the region that we have chosen to start with. Is the cloudiness. So if we can work our way through that, then it's good. But both of us really, really enjoy sunshine, which would probably lead us to having to go farther east into Siberia. But then, of course, the sunnier it is, the colder it is too. So there's drawbacks to it. Well-maintained roads so far. Like I said, it looks like northern Ontario, Saskatchewan. Won't find any maples around here, but it looks like lots of jack pine, spruce, and poplar around here. are about halfway now, I think. 3 hours in, something like that. We passed Vladimir a while back. That is one region that I had a phone meeting with as well. Kaluga, Vladimir, and Ivanovo, Kostroma. There's a number of regions that I spoke with quite a while ago, actually. Another guy that I'm going to introduce in this channel named Dimitri, he actually set those meetings up. And so they were very fruitful. We learned a lot about different regions at the time. Anyway, we just drove through, so we're just still driving through the Vladimir region, but past the city of Vladimir. So the next state, region, oblast, whatever you want to call it, that we're going to drive through is Nizhny Novgorod, and we'll be free to move anywhere into Nizhny Novgorod. So we kind of have an area picked already, but we are free to go anywhere within that state. Our paperwork will allow that. So mostly everybody's sleeping. Baby's sleeping, he's sleeping. Mama's still awake. Not by much, he's still awake. I think those two are sleeping. Ariana's awake. Yes, and Waylon's sleeping. So, anyway, got to stop for a bathroom break soon, I think. It is way too dark to see on this thing, but we are in Nizhny Novgorod now. We are just literally past the sign. Can you even see me? I'm in here somewhere. Anyways, we are just crossed the sign, so another just shy of half an hour roughly, and we will be at our apartment.
Four feet on the stripes in the Alabama highway, out there in the open, just a wishing and a hoping. I could smell the pines when I let you in the doorway. Took the seat next to mine like you've been there before. I'm befriended and elusive.
Alright, we are here. If you'll, and so is Anneesa and some of the kids are here that way as well. I was wrong. I thought this apartment was above the church, but I actually misheard that, I guess. They have another building on site here with multiple apartments in it. And what they actually do is pretty cool. They have a missionary. Basically, this church was started as a missionary plant, and what they do here is teach more missionaries to do the same. And so they go out and they start new churches in this country and also in other countries. So first of all, to all of you, I'm going to go in more detail later, but to all of you who are like, oh, you can't do that, you're going to go to jail for, talking about God. It's not true. You're allowed to talk about God all you want. You're just not allowed to invite somebody to your church. So they go out regularly into town here, hand out Bibles, and tell people about the love of Jesus. No problems at all. So that's all nonsense. Perfectly safe. Anyway, they have these apartments here. There is a couple of other people living downstairs as well. 2 other families, I think. And they've graciously let us have, I think there's 4 bedrooms. Initially, they told us 2 bedrooms, but 2 bedrooms probably going to be enough for us. I'll just show you this one here a minute. Alright, a couple of kids sleeping in here. We just hastily made the beds, but you can see they got bunk beds in here, so it's set up for 6 in this room. And basically all the rooms are set up that way for 4 or 6, I think. No, that one there I think is 5 behind me. So you can shut that door, Finley. When we got here with our taxi, there was some church members here. They helped us unload everything, which is really nice, up the stairs into this apartment. And they had a supper prepared for us. So we went in there and feasted on a bunch of different dishes. Some of us aren't feeling too good, like I said, so we didn't actually eat as much as we normally would have, which I felt bad because they made quite a spread on the table. I should have took a picture of it. Some traditional Russian dishes as well. So maybe sometime down the road we'll get around to trying it. We are now back in the apartment, getting ready for bed. We are absolutely beat. I am just chilled to the bone, just because I'm sick. And yeah, just ready to crawl into bed and call it a day. See what tomorrow brings. Everybody, I did not do much filming today at all. Still not feeling very good. A lot better than I did yesterday though. I slept really, really good last night. Beds are super comfortable. First time I've slept in a single bed in a long time, I think. Normally I obviously sharing a bed with my lovely wife. Nice thing about sleeping in a single bed, though, is that I don't wake up from anybody getting in or out of my bed, which is nice. So pretty good sleep. I think everybody slept reasonably well. Unfortunately, today I got 4 more kids that are sick with a fever. Cora and Wes and Ainsley and Eli both were down. So far, Waylon and Ariane are doing good, and the babies are doing good, although it felt like Finley now is running a fever as well. So anyway, the joys, I guess. Yeah, hopefully we'll get better soon. Appreciate your prayers. And probably by the time you see this, maybe we will be better. I did go out today. I didn't have much choice. I had to go out and try to open a bank account, which I was told was supposed to be able to do today. Supposed to be able to do that today. Turns out we got to the bank, so Timur couldn't end up going with us. I think I mentioned that he wasn't able to come with us. So his assistant Mila came along. So she stayed in Nizhny Novgorod overnight last night to help us today at the bank. So she met us there. She has translated copies of my passport and my wife's passport, and so I met her there at the bank with Alexei, local guy here that speaks English. But turns out we need to be registered first. So in Russia here, I think I've mentioned that in the past too, maybe, I'm not sure, but they have a registration system. So anybody that comes to visit for longer than 7 days needs to be registered at an address. And also all Russian citizens are registered at an address somewhere. It might not necessarily be where they live, although that's the idea. And for tourists, definitely. Now, it seems like a real pain. I do understand it though, because you think of it in the States, I think it's something like 1.7 million illegal immigrants and nobody knows where they are. Something like that, I think is the official stats. So in order to not have that problem, if everybody was registered somewhere, it probably would help. Also, I've been told that we are registered technically in our own country, which is true, because in order to open a bank account in Canada, you need to have an address, mailing address. So to some degree, you are also registered. This seems to be a bit more of a pain, more paperwork, but same idea. Anyway, we had to go do that, so that took a long time waiting, but we registered both my wife and myself now. Unfortunately, they told us that children need to have a birth certificate in order to register it, and my birth certificates, or the children's birth certificates, are all still in Canada, because in Canada we had to send all our documents away for authentication by the Canadian government. That basically just puts a stamp on it from Global Affairs Canada stating that the signature on the birth certificate is indeed true and authentic. And those documents then, once stamped, then needed to go to the Russian embassy to get legalized. And so they finally just came back from the Canadian government, and we're now waiting to send them back to, or send them to the Russian embassy, so that we can get them legalized before I will have to either fly to pick them up, or we have to find some secure way of sending them here. Probably flying for that. So, long story short, I can't register the kids, at least not within the 7 days. So now either we just take a chance on it and don't worry about it, or I'm not sure what, we may end up having to fly out of the country. I don't know. Anyway, so we took care of that. After we got registered, went back to the bank, opened up a bank account. Fairly straightforward process. The bank app, unfortunately, is only in Russian. I didn't find that out until afterwards. Again, not a huge deal, because with 2 phones, you can open your bank app on the one phone, and with the other phone, hit translate, and you find a way. I mean, most of it's fairly straightforward anyway. It tells you your balance. That's the important thing, and then transfers or whatever. But unfortunately, yeah, there's no English on it. There is another bank that is English, so we may end up opening up one there as well. Just for day-to-day stuff, maybe. So I'm back here now again. I also went to the pharmacy, picked up some more ibuprofen and things for the children here. Hopefully they'll start feeling better. Nobody wants to eat except for a couple of kids that I got with me here. So we're cooking a little bit of supper here right now. Anneesa's back in bed again. The 2 babies are sleeping already, and yeah, the other kids are down as well. So we're gonna have a little bit of food here, and then I think we're gonna crawl into bed as well.
So, we made it to Russia. I'm so grateful for these people. Sorry, the baby was just gonna wake up. A day before we were gonna fly out, Arend and I got sick. Like, really sick, to the point that we were gonna cancel our trip. We decided to just go for it even though we were sick. We traveled, you know how it is, you're tired, everything. we were crammed in a van all day, so of course everybody's germs. And so anyway, when we finally made it to our destination, and these kind people at this church had this apartment for us to stay in. They had bought clean sheets, new sheets for the beds. There was bunk beds, enough for everybody to have their own bed. And they had made a meal for us so that we could eat. I felt so terrible because we were all sick and everybody felt terrible. So we all didn't eat very much, but we were sitting there and like they could tell that we were just sick. As you can tell, my voice is still not very good. Anyway, I'm just so grateful that we had somewhere to go and that we could just literally crash and sleep and rest. It's just been such a blessing that these people have this place for us. Anyway, yesterday we were so sick. Like my fever's broke. I sound terrible, but my fever broke finally. Cora and Wes were really sick yesterday. Ainsley and Eli were really sick yesterday. All fevers, chills. And Ariana and Waylon were pretty good yesterday. They're starting to get sick today. Anyway, this young man, I guess, he knocked on the door and he brought us some extra pots and pans, and then in the evening he came up and asked if we wanted to come down again for dinner, and they were having spaghetti and potatoes and something, I don't know. And I said to him, I'm so sorry that we just do not feel up to it. Like, we're so sick. I said, we just can't eat. Like, none of us felt like eating. Our throats were so sore. And anyway, I'm like, thank you so much. But, like, no, we just can't do it. Anyway, so he said that was fine. And he actually spoke pretty good English. And I just felt so terrible because it's like they're trying to be so generous to us, but yet we just feel so awful that the best thing we could do is just sleep and rest and get over this, right? So hopefully in the next couple of days we're feeling better and we can make it to church on the weekend and meet these fine people. I know they had church last night and a lot of them were excited to meet us, but obviously we weren't up to it, and it would be nice to meet them and interact with them the best we can with the language barrier. It's kind of funny, actually. Some of the young kids actually are learning English and they're doing quite well. Cora was communicating with some of the girls a little bit, but of course it's like certain words they don't know, so they all start giggling. And then Cora's the same thing. She doesn't know a word that they're using, so she starts giggling, and so it's kind of neat to interact and see what they were doing. There is one gentleman that we've been dealing with the most that speaks really good English, and he's translating for us, but we're hoping that we can start with courses as soon as we can. Somebody can start teaching us some language skills.
Excuse me. The folks here were super nice, though. The kids, I'm not sure. There's a few apartments in here, so I don't know if these children all live in here or where they come from. I have no idea, but they came up to the door here asking if our kids could come out and play with them. They didn't speak English, but that's the gist of it. Which, unfortunately, I got too many sick kids. Plus, we don't have snow pants. I have to go find somewhere to buy some snow pants yet, too. So they would have loved playing in the snow, I'm sure. So hopefully the kids will still be around some other time. And then they were outside the window here, I guess, waving at our kids for a good chunk of the day. Also, a young gentleman from the church here came up and offered food again. Last night they fed us supper, and then they were offering, it sounded like a bunch of different food. I don't know. They have a church service tonight as well, so maybe there was a fellowship meal there or something. I don't know. And then earlier today, too, they came by and brought some more pots and pans and things like that. So, yeah, it's very nice. Very nice congregation. Definitely feel very welcome and good. So, there's your update for today. Good morning. It is January 10th today. It is, I forget, it's early in the morning here still. So this would be day 2 for us now in Russia. Now, yesterday I had 4 sick kids. Today I've got 6 sick kids. And a noisy girl on the ground here. She's still healthy. Mama's feeling at least up to eating now.
Yeah.
So that's an improvement. This guy's still good. Okay. And this guy feels a lot better than he did yesterday. He's actually willing to eat something now. But we got 5 other ones in bed that are not feeling good at all. I'm still coughing. I could not sleep last night. It's cooking hot in here now. Anneesa keeps telling me it's me. And it's not hot in here, but I don't know. Last night I slept great. It was so cold. Or not last night, the night before I slept great. It was so cold in here. I had 2 t-shirts on, 2 sweaters on, pants, socks, and a bunch of blankets, and slept all night. It was just beautiful. Last night I woke up every couple of hours, too warm. So anyway, maybe I'll find a colder room tonight. There's enough rooms to choose from. So I'll have a breakfast now. I don't know what's on the agenda today. At some point we need to go out and get some snow pants for these kids, so that when they're healthy again they can go out and play. And yeah, I need to get some more groceries, things like that. We can walk to the groceries. I just don't know yet where we can find snow pants. Anneesa said there is a used clothing store not too far down the road too, so maybe we'll walk over there. And we still got to work on getting the kids registered as well if we can. So yeah, that's your update for the morning. Breakfast time. Another little update. I found this out yesterday, and I still find it unbelievable. We were joking that this might be what it is, but I found it hard to believe. And so Alexei was telling me that it is what it is, and I thought he was joking. And then I confirmed with him, and he said, no, that's what it is. And I'm like, what? Can't be. How does that make any sense? It seems like a very inefficient thing to do. You have any idea what I'm talking about? Or are you confused? Pipe right here apparently is hot water, and they are, I think there's 2 of them side by side here, isn't there? Yeah, I think there's 2 pipes here side by side. Anyway, great big fat pipe. It is hot water, which is centrally heated in the town here apparently, and piped out to all sorts of different homes and apartments to heat. And I was like, what? That can't be. How? Yeah, that seems like an inefficient thing. You would have a lot of heat loss. Now, you just seen how much snow is on that pipe. It's not melting, so obviously it's extremely insulated. And yeah, they have, I think it's a coal-fired water, what do you want to call that? Plant, I guess, factory, I don't know, whatever, in town here, where it heats up water and then pipes it out to surrounding areas, and everybody gets hot water. So, interesting system. I don't know how efficient that is. If that's, you know, if that uses less energy than everybody having their own, and like why everybody wouldn't have their own source of heat. You know, I mean, an apartment building, I guess you can't really have a wood stove or something, but you know, even if each apartment building would have a boiler in the basement, it seems like that would be efficient enough. Of course, you got to bring the coal or whatever you're using to each building. Maybe it was more efficient back in the day to just have one central spot and then pipe it out, but to have water lines running on me, what if, I don't know, what if a truck crashes or something and busts one of these lines, then you would think everybody farther down the line wouldn't have any hot water to heat their homes. So Anneesa and I were discussing that last night, and then lo and behold, I looked at some news articles, and that's exactly what's happening in Moscow. Somewhere they had a problem with some areas, so there's a big area that they don't have heat now. And I thought, see, there you go, we were just talking about that. So I don't know, anyway, that's what it is apparently. I got another view out of the bathroom window, but Waylon's having a shower right now, so. But that big pipe is bringing water. Most places apparently it's buried underneath the ground in most areas, but in this particular area it's above ground for whatever reason, so we get to see it. And yeah, like I said, it's got to be pretty good insulated because it is minus 20 out. There's snow on there. No, it's not minus 20 anymore. It was, I guess it's like minus 10 or 11 now. And there's snow on it. It isn't melting. So yeah, there you go. All right, these people keep blessing us with more stuff. It's been absolutely, I feel terrible. Like we're kind of cooped up in our house here. I was out yesterday with Alexei, but for the rest, everybody's basically being here. Some of our children would like to go outside, but they don't really want to at the same time because they're sick. And the only reason they're feeling somewhat better at times is some ibuprofen we're giving them to help with the fever and the nasty headaches they have. So I feel pretty good, other than I still got this cough going on. This keeps coming, but anyway, they just keep coming to the door. So some children came to ask to play, and there was offers of food yesterday. A young man came again just now, offered some food. He brought this, which absolutely looks delicious. I believe it's like pancakes. These smell like pancakes, and I don't know what this is, but it tastes very sweet. It's pretty yummy. So I'm just assuming you take this and you dip it in and eat it. I don't know. And then they said they also have milk and sausages if we want. And I said, oh sure, yeah. I'll never say no to anything, I guess. But so yeah, well, okay, we'll bring it up a little later. So, oh wow, I think they know we're sick, right? But I still feel bad as they're doing all this stuff for us, and we can't hardly get out of our house to say thank you. They had some sort of church service yesterday too, I was told about. I think it was already going by the time we got back, Alexei and I. But anyway, the people wanted us to come there too, and then wanted Alexei to come and he could translate so we could introduce and stuff like that. So anyway, we'll have to take care of that some other time. Very nice people. Feel very blessed. It's very good. All right, me again. Thought I'd throw on a clean shirt. At least it looked presentable that way. Try to. So our friends were back again. They brought us some more stuff. First of all, I have no idea what their names are. I really should ask. And I know it's Pожертвовать, right? I'm pretty sure Pожертвовать is his name.
Yeah, hold on. What is your name?
What is your name?
Savut is name.
Yeah, Pожертвовать is what is your name? I'm right. Anyway, we're all still questioning this Russian language, but I could have just asked them that, and I haven't done that. I really should do that because I have no idea what anybody's name other than Alexei, the guy I've been dealing with that speaks English. Anyway, they just came back up here again, so they brought us. I haven't opened it up. It looks like a bottle of milk, carton of eggs, and some sausage. And he did ask if we wanted some sausage and milk, so I guess this is what he meant. So we can cook that up. And they also brought 2 bags full of warm winter clothes, pants.
Look at
Also
them.
these.
They're so cute.
Ninja Turtles, isn't it?
Yeah. This one has a tag on it. All different sizes. It's so cute.
Alright, the last gift, the pastor just came by and he brought us this. And it's ginger, lemon, and I believe he said honey mixed together, and then you're just supposed to eat it with a spoon. It's not to be mixed with this though, because I asked if he had to mix these together, and he said no, and he pushed that away, and you just eat this by itself, and he opened the lid and he showed me like with a spoon. So I grabbed a spoon and I took some, put it in my mouth. He said yeah. So this is supposed to help for coughing. And since there's no label on it, I'm assuming this is a homemade mixture.
It looks like it.
To help us. So these people are bound and determined to
Get us well.
to get us fixed up, eh?
To get us well.
Get their little refugees fixed
Really
up.
wanted to meet us the other day, but we were too sick.
Oh, I still feel so bad. I can at least hear you again, which is good.
I know.
So, and then I believe this is just a pot of honey, I think. Because he said it was, well, he didn't know. This is hilarious. I was just explaining this to Wes again. Because he was like, the pastor, he doesn't speak English, not very much, a few words. But he was like, like this, right? And Wes thought it was funny when he left. He's like, and I said, well, it's the universal language, right? There's certain things that everybody in the world, doesn't matter what country you're from, you understand what coughing is. And you understand certain things. So with the honey as well, I don't know what the Russian word for honey is. I think I used to know, but I can't remember it now. But he said, bee. He did this, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, bees. I know exactly what he's talking about. So it's kind of amusing how you can navigate your way quite well just with, just body language or making sound effects or things like that, right? So yeah, it's good. Really appreciate their love and kindness, and I know that I'm sure they're praying for us, and I know many of you are as well. So we really appreciate that. She's watching this washing machine go around. She just crawled up slowly closer to it. I don't know if she can quite understand what she's watching. It moves every now and again. What's in there, Maddie?
I think someone's talking to that kid.
That's funny.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5
All done.
city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around. Wanna see it now?